just laugh once again, guys. You know, people say we're very negative. People say we suffer from depression. People say, why do you guys always talk about negative things? Can't you ever talk about anything positive? And the truth is, how could we talk about something positive when pretty much everything in this world is negative? The world itself is negative. Well, thanks to humanity. But, certain things we say we're already known to have depression. We're mentally sick inside. Meanwhile, we just know the real truth of what this shit's all about, that other people just don't see. And this is how this whole fighting and how this whole bullshit starts occurring, people talking shit about you, people thinking different about you. Basically, you're an outcast of society because you don't want to participate in society. Or if you see something wrong with society that the other assholes don't see, right there's something wrong with you, man. What the hell's the matter with you? You're not thinking correctly. It's just a complete joke, man. I mean, the thing is, life is just getting more and more unbearable to tolerate. It's getting more expensive. Pointless sheepflation just keeps going up when we can definitely change that, but we just choose not to. We just go with the flow. And what I mean by that is we just listen to whatever the Lord tells us to do. If the Lord tells us to murder someone, we'll get paid $500, we'll do it. People literally do kill each other over money. If somebody says to this person, if you jump off this bridge and you survive, I'll give you $1,000. All right, what the hell? Just an example of showing like we literally just follow orders, no question about it. We don't think, well, I mean, see, us, we do, but the majority of the people don't think around it and see anything wrong with it. They're just told what to do and they think it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly normal. I'm just being told what to do, Sergeant. Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hoo-ha. I don't know anymore. I just look at people and I just say to myself, how could people be so blind and so stupid and just literally, how can they not see there's something just not right with this world? And like I've said I think I've said a million times, I'm not blaming life itself, the whole planet itself. It's humanity that's ruined the planet. And we continue to ruin the planet. To the point where I just say to myself, even though I'm not blaming the actual planet, I'm not blaming the actual planet, but at the same time, I'm just wishing the planet would just come to an end because we're just going to keep being morons, making life more and more difficult, making life more and more unbearable, more stressful. And, it's all done by humans. We're the ones that are doing this to each other. The whole human race is literally backstabbing each and every one of us. The government, the elites, all of it. We all have food here and drinks that we could basically survive on, but instead we're allowing it to cost something, just like everything in general costs money, I mean, it gets to the point where I can't believe this is where I'm living, I mean, maybe I can understand if certain things cost money. I mean, in my opinion, I say money shouldn't even exist at all, but who knows if we need it to some extent. But I just feel like it's overrated to the point where it's literally for every little thing. Just a yawn, 5 cents. Just a cough. Whoop, that'll be $1.95, I mean, it's just literally an example of basically what I'm showing, like how we literally could just make anything a price tag. We could give anything a price. High five, that'll cost you $5. Whoop, you didn't do the high five right. I mean, it's just, I look at humanity and I just laugh, but at the same time, I just feel like bashing my head against a wall because I'm just sick of how stupid we are and how we just keep having the okay in our heads that there's nothing wrong with how we live. We don't try to do anything about it. We just keep going with the flow. We literally just adapt to everything. No matter what goes down, we just, after a while, it's just like, all right, whatever, it's just life, We don't see anything wrong with it. And people like us that do see something wrong with it, automatically to them, we're sick, we're crazy, we're not normal, we don't think right, we're negative, we suffer from depression, when meanwhile, it's not really that. It's just we have common sense. We see what it's truly about. I mean, it's literally common sense. I wouldn't say I'm no genius. I wouldn't even say, I mean, I'm not saying I'm an idiot, but I'm not saying I'm not like a brilliant, very high intelligent person. It's just common friggin' sense, man. I mean, who can't see this? Who can't see this puzzle, man? That's the thing. A lot of people don't see the puzzle, unfortunately. glad people that are watching this video hopefully do see the puzzle, and I appreciate that. But yeah, just to change the topic for a second, talk about the stupid storage on my phone. What I recently did yesterday, I factory reset it. I currently have the iPhone 12, just a regular 12. Uh, and what was happening was I was making videos. First, it was at 50. Right now I have the max 64 gigabytes, so that it was going up to 55.6, whatever. I made the previous video I uploaded after it went up to 62 point something when 64 is the max. So basically, right there, I probably wouldn't even be able to make another video. So I was like, all right, you know what? I uploaded it. Then we deleted, I guess. I hate having to delete it, but I have no damn choice. I delete it, and it's still 62. So I'm like, what the hell's going on? I start deleting apps, and it went to 61. I mean, it just makes no sense. It was in the 50s. First, it was in the 30s, and it was being stupid staying in the 50s. Now it's going to stay in the... And it was going to come to the point where I was no longer going to be able to do anything. So I just factory reset it, hoping that would help. At first I was getting nervous because I hope it didn't get to the point where I had to reactivate the phone again. I hope it would still remain activated, and I think it has. But what it pretty much did, I mean, I did back things up, and most of the things that I still have on here did save, and now it was showing like I have 14 something out of 64. So it's just to show you what a glitch it is. And you know what I truly think it is, which obviously people did say it in the comments too, and I pretty much knew that. It's not a shocker. Like I said, nothing surprises me. They do this shit on purpose to us, so we keep upgrading the phone. And not only upgrading the phone, upgrading your memory. They want you to buy a new phone and with more memory, which equals more money. That's what it's all about. So we end up deleting shit, and it still don't go down. And truth is, I think like someone even said too, you delete your photos or certain things, and it's not really deleted like we think it is. Maybe it looks like it's deleted, but somewhere in the cloud it could still be there. Who the hell knows? I mean, when it comes to these things, I'm not fully familiar, but I could just imagine. It's not a surprise. Nothing surprises me. But it's just what I had to go through. It was so unnecessary. And then now everything's cool now so far, but then I guarantee that it'll slowly start creeping its way back up. I'll delete stuff. It still won't go down. Then I'll probably have to go through that bullshit again. But I mean, if it works, so be it. If I got to do that, I got to do that, hopefully. But until I get a new phone or whatever I do in the future, possibly. But so far, I'm hoping I can at least have a little bit of time not dealing with that bullshit. But anyway, back on the topic of negativity. Hey, Mom, what you doing?
Getting ready for work, honey.
Okay.
Don't you gotta go to school?
I don't feel good. I got a sore throat.
Alright, we'll see you later.
Okay.
Hey, I'm home.
How was your day?
Same as every other day. I love working. I don't feel like I work a day in my life as long as I love what I do.
And I hate people that say that shit. That really ticks me off. No matter whether you love your job, and if you do love your job, I'm happy for you. At least it's a good thing to love your job in one way. I mean, it sucks, but at the same time, at least you love what you're doing, so you could sort of get it through. But for people saying they never work a day in their life because they live, it's bullshit. You're working regardless, whether you like it or don't like it. Your ass is working. You have no choice. You got to do something to put bread on the stupid table. Meanwhile, it's really just paper, but you need the stupid paper for the actual bread. But yeah, so that part right there just really ticks me off with people when they say that shit. Whether you like a job or don't like a job, you're still a slave because you got to do something. And if it's something that's possibly enjoyable, so be it. But still, you're a slave because you got to do something. You don't do it, you're not going to be able to make paper. And no paper equals no food, no water, no shelter, no nothing, basically. That's how overrated this shit is, man. But right away, when we talk like that, we mention certain things like that, we're known sick. We're sick. What's wrong with us, man? What the hell's the matter with you, man? You're a reject, or just all bunch of things people would say. I can imagine. Meanwhile, we just see what this shit is. And that's the thing that gets to me is how we're literally being called the crazy, stupid, slow ones. More like you mother effers are the friggin' slow, dumb ones, We have common sense. We see what this bullshit truly is, and we really don't want no part of it. And right there, since we don't want no part of it, we're known to be depressed, negative. Meanwhile, that's not even the case, you know? Now, me personally, I do have anxiety. And when it was bad, it did give me depression because, I was feeling sick every friggin' day. I mean, who wouldn't be depressed? But in all, I'm not depressed. Like when I feel all right, I'm not depressed. I'm pretty chill. I laugh. I'm happy, but at the same time, I just see how meaningless all this is. You know what I mean? And then right there, you tell like a therapist that or a certain person that's just blind, they right away think, nah, you got depression. You don't think correctly. And then this is how it just keeps going and going with the friggin' sheep bullshit, you know? But they say we have freedom of rights, freedom of thinking, so they say. Well, this is how I feel and think. I can't just pretend to please people and be like, oh, life's great. I love life. I love having to work. I love paying bills, which I don't know how anyone would. I can't be a phony like that. It comes to some extent how much I can just tolerate, but then I'm just going to explode at some point. Grow, expand, explode, but oh my God, guys, it's a never ending battle, this life. And when we say these type of things, we're known to be depressed when that's not really the case. I mean, some of us are depressed, some of us aren't. But the thing is, we're just speaking truly how we feel. And basically, this ain't really an opinion. Like, come to think of it, this is a fact. The way life is, the way I'm basically describing how this life is, it's a pure fact. You know? So, you should say when people say, stop being so negative, stop being so down all the time. Why don't you say this to that person? How about life stops being negative? How about life stops being a pain in the ass or whatever they say? Because that's all we're saying. We're just talking about the negativity of life. It's not like we're being negative in general. But that's the thing. People mishear how we try to explain our point of view. And that's the biggest problem of these asshole sheeps, All kidding aside, but that's the biggest problem we have. So before I end this video, someone wanted me to talk about, so I actually want to put this in this video, might as well. What I would do if there's an afterlife. Now, let's make believe there's I mean, I don't know what the hell the deal is. Probably just lights out. But all right, let's say there's an afterlife. Let's say there's a God. Let's just say I die, I go up to heaven. I see God. What's up, man? But I have a lot of questions to ask God. I really do. Because they say God knows everything. God knows everything. He's everywhere at once, whatever. So I say to myself, why does God make people have illnesses, anxiety, terminally ill, terminal illness, whatever? Some people are born autistic, mentally retarded, Um, you know, God knows everything. Why couldn't he prevent these certain things? Since they say we're God's kid, well, God's child, whatever, we were created by God, supposedly in the Catholic theory. So I have a question. I say to myself, you know everything, God. Why did you make this person with one arm or this person have this disability, this problem, that, whatever, Now, like I've said, people that get cancer from from smoking, shit like that, I'm not blaming God. I'm blaming the person because the person didn't, make the wise decision, the wise choices in his life or her life, which caused him or her that problem later on in the long run. But a perfectly healthy person that doesn't drink, or maybe just here and there, everyone drinks to some point, but not like an alcoholic wise, but, you know, somebody that takes care of themselves, tries to do the right thing, exercise, eat healthy, but then yet still gets some kind of illness, that I have questions for God, because God knows everything. God basically knew that was going to happen to that particular person. Why doesn't he prevent that? God loves us. God cares for us. Well, I don't see how that's loving and caring for us. That's just like being selfish, just watching us suffer. In other words, because Jesus suffered, so we got to suffer. It's not like we did, it's not like we did it to him, putting him on the cross, nailing him on the cross, shit like that. Now, I'm not even saying God even exists, but I'm just saying make believe. Let's say God is real. these are the questions I would want to ask God, basically, you know. And there's many, many more questions, but I don't know if I feel like getting into it all on this video. But I mean, there's some questions I don't know directly, but then they'll just pop up out of nowhere, and you know. But yeah, yeah. You know, who the hell knows? But all I know is if there's an afterlife, I just pray to the Lord. Well, not saying there is a Lord, but it's like a figure of speech at this point. Pray to the Lord, you know, shit like that. Knock on wood, that type of shit. But I just hope if there is an afterlife, it ain't like here, man. It ain't like here. I hope there's no suffering. I hope there's no torment, no pain, nothing. Because if that's the case, I want lights out. And me personally, what do I want after death? Truthfully, I'm going to be honest. I would want there to be an afterlife, but only if it's peaceful, no stress, no anxiety, no depression, just no illness, no nothing. Just pure love, pure peace. Everyone cares for one another like it should be here, you know? No money, none of this, whatever. Then maybe I would want there to be an afterlife. But at the same time, I don't even know for sure what I want because I don't know what to expect, you know? It's like it's an unexplained answer, I guess, what you basically could say. But all I can say is if it's like this here or even worse, I want lights out completely. You know, and the truth is, who knows if you do suffer in the afterlife? I mean, who knows if you get sucked in some kind of weird dimension where you're trapped? You know, you ever see on these videos where spirits get trapped in certain places and they can't escape or whatever. I mean, like, again, I'm not saying I believe in this shit exists, but I'm just saying, you know, these are theories I heard. So let's just make believe that is the case. And yeah, I just want it lights out, which the light actually hasn't shut off this time on the video, shockingly. But yeah, basically lights out in that situation. But anyway, guys, I hope I, you know, answer that guy's question. Truly appreciate the request, the video request of what to talk about. Yeah, I'm gonna be making more soon. Hopefully the stupid storage thing's good for now. If not, I gotta try that bullshit again. But all right, man, take it easy. And like I always say, I love you all, guys. Take it easy.